Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you are still with us. Great to have you on if you are. We, as normal, has become a bit of a regular chat, regular thing for us. Struggle with tech, due to a new location, probably. The internet down here isn't that great, but great to see you. Thank you very much for sticking around and bearing with us while we sorted out that wee glitch. Hopefully you can all hear me fine. Yeah, great to be here. We're just waiting for a cat to come on, but let me know what's in your glass. Just a quick hello to everyone who is at home. What have we got? Who have we got on watch? Who's still around? Let me know who's still with me. Again, apologies for running a wee bit late. Dutch Stuart, good evening to you. Good evening to Frank. Good evening, Dave Fackerson. Dutch Stuart is in. And who else? What have we got? Scott Matheson. Good evening to you. Starting with you, Glen Scotia 12. I did hear a Raven review Raven about that one just the other day. About £40, £45 off the shelf. Sounds. I described it without trying it, going from the description that I received. It sounds like it's going to be an experiential dram rather than a really, really tasty dram. It sounds quite complex and a lot going on. A little bit of Campbelltown in a glass with that one there. But Scott, let me know what you think of it. I'd be delighted to hear what you've got. Dave Faxon is on the LB wheel and roll. Somebody had to be, didn't they? That dram was not going underneath the radar tonight at all. Ryan H, good evening. Hope you're well as well. I'm wishing everyone all the best. Same to you. We've got Louise Durham. Hello, Louise. I hope you're well. You are on the feeling. What a surprise to hear that. Yes, of course, available at the Foghouse and IWS and all good cabbage distilleries as well. Good evening, Adrian. We've got you on. You had the Glen Scotia 12. Only gets not bang 2 salty lemon minerality and West Coast dram. Sounds awesome. Who else? Oh, that's me. Apologise for being late. And that is Bob Sander. Good evening to you. He's got the Filey Bay port cask finish. One of the Filey Bays I haven't tried yet. Be interested to hear what your thoughts are on that. And finally, Ian, last comment in the chat so far, is finishing off his Murray McDavid Festival driver pack sample for this weekend. What have you got in there? What have you got covered from in that Murray McDavid pack? Was that the Speyside Festival, the SOS? Let us know what you think and what you've got there. I am on St Bridget's Kirk from Lady of the Glen. These guys were in. Paul McKendrick, if you're watching, was on. It was in the bar doing a tasting with us last weekend. Had a great event, and he brought along 3 cask samples where we were looking for next shop exclusive. And that one will be coming out in November to celebrate 10 years anniversary. So keep your eyes peeled. Dave Faxon was in the room that night, so hopefully he will tell you how good the drams were. And this is what we started off with. So this the Bridget Kirk is the blend made by Gregor at Hannah Whisky Merchants, who kind of the umbrella company of Lady of the Glen. And this is a 29-year-old blended whiskey. And it's made using a Solera system, and we're not talking Glenfiddich style Solera system where they put a name of Solera on it. These guys have actually got, you have to check out the socials and see the actual working system they've got of it. Bonafide, every cask is linked and they draw down like a proper bodega Solera system. So what we have got here, 29-year-old combination of some fantastic whiskies, including Port Dundas, the closed grain distillery. So it was an absolute banger to start off with. And dare say, only improved the night from this. So this is what I'm going to start on tonight. Let's have a wee drop of this. I just had a wee wave from Paul, who is in. So cheers, Paul. Good to see you. I don't know where to start with today, because it's been pretty mental this last couple of days. We have got so much going on, which is great. We're out on tour tomorrow. We've got Foghouse in the bar all weekend, and I feel like I could chase my tail a little bit. Hence, a little bit late tonight, and also try to get connection in the Starbase. We love the podcast, but the internet connection is sometimes to be desired. So, cheers. I'm just going to have a nice sip of beer just to settle things down, just to kind of, and that's gone down nice. Anyone try or grab the Springbank new release, a new 5-year-old 100%? Came out today along with a new 21-year-old. Let me know if you got your hands on that. Also, the piece Finality Back 2, the second release, came out today. Let me know if you got your hands on that one. And what else did I hear coming out? Next week, we will have the Lochlee new core range. So 3 new Lochlees coming out next week as well. Exciting stuff coming out from another very well-known West Coast distillery. I got news of yesterday as well. It's under embargo, so I can't tell you too much about it. Begins with an A, ends in Inverurie. But yeah, looking forward to something from them next week. If you've got any questions, guys, please do fire them in the chat. I've just had a message from Kat asking how far off am I from being ready. I am live. Get a move on. I won't say that. I'm live now. So, part of today, I'm going to take you on a tour around the Foghouse Bar. For those who haven't been, it maybe you have been. Let me know if you've been in, and we will be great to chat. To great to hear your thoughts. If this, I'm going to cover that because that seems to be quite bright. We're quite quiet in here tonight, which is great because I don't feel weird. I don't feel like I have to be silent, sitting in the corner chatting to you while other people are having their drinks. But once Kat's in, we'll have a chat with her, and we will show you the bar, show you our tasting room, answer any questions you've got, and yeah, that is kind of the plan going forward. I've just got a message saying that you can hear the customers very loudly. Let me know if that's the case. If these headphones are working. I don't know if these headphones are working yet because I've got nobody to listen to. Nobody's here talking to me. So it might be that they haven't connected. Let me see if I can connect these headphones. Yeah, they are connected. So Dave is excited about his locker. We've got a very crackly sound. Ali, I had a customer in the shop today looking for you. I believe you have got his bottle. He has got your bottles. You're taking up his space. He needs to buy more bottles than all the rooms to take it up with your bottles. So you get to have your own as well, Ali. I should say that as well. We've got Ian Abernethy, who was speaking about the. I'm still loud now. Thank you, Ian. I'm just going to come on to your comment. The last one is a Muddy Loch Lomond 28 Saturn. How good is that? We had a tasting just when it was launched in house, and it was so good. Yeah, really buttery, really creamy. I got slightly salty, salt butter kind of note. Probably I brought out of that. But yeah, not in the slightest grainy tasting. What does a grain taste like? I guess that's the thing to to pick up, especially the great age. That one was 28. They had an Inverurie as well, 32 years old. When you start hitting that age, you get a lot of cask influence, and it really kind of blurs the lines between grain and malt. In some occasions, it's really excited about grain, and we've talked a lot about grain recently. And I think the way the industry is going, the way the economy is going, I can see grains really kind of making an impact. The same as maybe a couple of years ago when blends, or certainly blended malts, you saw a lot of indie bottlers looking for the blends. You know, guys like they did a Glentook out of St. Bridget's range, Dramore took out the Dumbarton Rock, we had the Berry Brothers with their range, Little Bird Dog kind of looked at the Duke Dog kind of range, looking for something consistent, something that's a real crowd pleaser that's good value for money. And I think no matter how deep your pockets are, you're looking for value for money. You're looking for something that's going to give you that bang for your buck. And the way you guys are, the way we see our customers coming in, it's all about that value for money. It doesn't matter, less so now that it's a blend, but a blended malt. That doesn't really tend to bother you guys so much anymore. And I think grain is going to go the same way. I think we're going to start seeing people buying good aged grain at, what was that, 28-year-old Loch Lomond from Murray McDavid, about 130 to 140 pounds. You stick malt on that instead of a grain, and you're a lot higher, almost doubling the cost of that probably. So let us know what your thoughts are on that, whether that grain element or a blend element is key to you. Rather, so a lot of guys are getting audio issues. Let me see if I can transfer my side. I apologize for this. Okay, let me know how that sounds now. I just switched to where we're getting the audio from. Hopefully that has improved a little bit. Let me know if I stop the cut for it. But yeah, doesn't matter if something is a blend. Doesn't matter if something is a grain. Are you looking for that value for money whiskey over where it's come from, or over what you're expecting from the norm? Would you spend £50 on a 12-year-old Glenallachie over £40 on a 21-year-old blend? You can get a 21-year-old blend for 40 quid, let me know. Just out of interest. You stopped commenting on the sound. So I don't know if that's because you can't hear me at all now, or will be no change. And yeah, Ian saying it sounds better. Awesome. That's great. Good stuff. I am treading water terribly here, guys. Waiting for my partner in crime to arrive. And let me know what you're thinking about that blend conversation or the grain conversation. Paul, if you're still on, you guys released a dying 17-year-old Port d'Adas not that long ago, and I think Tony, my wife, actually won a bottle of it in some competition that you guys were doing. And thank you very much for that, because she wasn't drinking, so somebody had to take one for the team and get in there. Now I sound a little underwater, but the customers are way more blurred, so definitely better. Okay,
That's a good sign. Forward, but I sound like I'm underwater. That might just be me, unfortunately. It's sounding better, seems better, better sound. Excellent. Okay, well, we'll go with what we are on now. Louise is complimenting the jacket. It's not a jacket, it's a three-quarter hoodie. Um, so, yeah, will they be for sale? If people want to buy a Foghouse hoodie, absolutely. We can do that. We have been doing Blether merch for 2 years in the making. I think if a Foghouse hoodie came on this show before any kind of Blether merch, I would probably be hung by cats for doing that. Tim Powell's has just opened a bottle of the Stonning Dirty Bastard. Um, Sorry, opened a bottle of the Stonning Dirty Bastard. It's an interesting dram. Only first impression, but it seemed good. Anyone else had it? We brought that in about a year ago to the shop, and it went down very well. I think part of that was down to the name. It was a good pool. It had a bit of gimmick motion around it, but yeah, I have tried it, and it's good. It's good, solid whiskey. I think it's their biggest seller from the Stonning Distillery. Is the Stonning. Ian is interested in trying more grains. Many still dominate that grain characteristic, that kind of sweet, like overly creamy kind of style. Always nervous about buying a whole bottle without sample. Yeah, I think when it comes to grain, if you accept that it can be coming across as a different flavor, and be prepared for that, I think it's try and take it as a grain whiskey, and it will surprise you pleasantly. If you take it and try and compare it to a malt of maybe a similar age or similar price bracket, it depends on what you want to get out of the dram, I suppose. But trying more, certainly in the bars and stuff. Hello, is always a good thing. Trying to buy the dram first. How are you?
I'm good.
You don't sound so sure.
There we go. That's better. I wasn't hear you very well, but I can hear you now. Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Sorry.
Yeah, you had the list to start with, but I think we're good now. How are you? What have you been gallivanting up to for the last half hour?
For the last half, trying to cook dinner and get changed and find the charger for the laptop. late home. I was off ill a couple of days this week, so I was catch up at work, and it's just been a whole week.
Love and life.
I know, right? Glamorous rock and roll lifestyle of a
So have you had time to pour yourself a dram before you came on?
I haven't poured one, but I grabbed one because I was over at the Dram Good Whisky Festival at Arbickie on Saturday. So I thought we better just grab one of those. I haven't had one of these since I visited ages ago, so it'll be interesting to get back.
Just hold on for 1 second. Abby, I can see your move. Talk amongst yourself.
Yeah, so I guess that's what happens when Mike takes us all to work.
It's not. There's a gentleman just walked in, and are you back for your cheese?
Got my cheese, so
you got it. You came back. So a gentleman came in yesterday, and he had a pack of soft cheese, and I offered to put it in the fridge to keep it from going soft. And sure enough, walked out without it after a couple of drams, so that's him back in. But he came back later on last night to pick up his cheese. So.
I love that somebody came back to pick up their soft cheese.
The soft cheese, yeah. Because you know how when you get soft cheese and it goes like I think it was a brie, and when it gets to room temperature, it just goes all, not
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Well, that's
So we
nice. I
didn't
like
want that happening while we had the dram, so we put it in our fridge, and then of course off we went. But
I
he
love that
remembered, so.
community service. You can go into the Foghouse, get a wine or a whiskey, and store your soft cheese.
Exactly. Yeah. What else do you want? I mean, I was hoping you forget it because I love a brie. So yeah, if you didn't come back for it, I would have taken it. Ah, you didn't leave your cheese
Fair
here. Definitely. So you were telling us before we got interrupted by Bree, our Vicky festival. How was it?
So, and Ryan's just asked the same as well. Hello, Ryan. It was really good, actually. So this was the first year they've done it over at the distillery. So it was probably a little bit smaller in attendance than they'd anticipated. But I think it's one of those things, it's not as easy to get to, usually in Edinburgh. But it was an awesome venue for it. If you've never been to Arbickie, I would definitely recommend it. A really beautiful farm distillery with a big glass open window that looks down over Linen Bay. They had 2 sessions. There was about 10 exhibitors, I think, and it had really cool master classes. And one of their other rooms, there was a whiskey cigar master class. There was a whiskey and cheese master class. Really lots of good chats, awesome barbecue, summer shining. Pretty good day, to be honest. Enjoyed it. Yeah. I think they're planning next year too. So if you can, head down for it, folks.
And that's good. That's an annual thing, isn't it? The festival.
Yeah, it is. So I think, they are usually Edinburgh, but there was some sort of problem with their venue this year. So I'm not sure if they've decided whether they're going to stick to the farm next year or potentially be back at Edinburgh.
Okay.
But either way, there's one to look out for anyway. Good variety of things to do and see. Dave, Arbickie is Montrose, so not too far away. I think I don't know how far out of the town of Montrose it is. I don't know if you can, a few people got the taxi up from the train station up to the distillery, which was not too far, I don't think. So worth a visit. And they've got a cafe and you can get your lunch, and they have this new barbecue thing outside. I don't work for Arbickie. It sounds like I do. I'm not getting any sort of promotion for but definitely worth seeing. They were running free tours all day as well, and it's a good tour to see because it's a rye whiskey, so you get to see a different type of distillation, and they're really enthusiastic. Right, they've got a great team. And they were so nice to us. I messed up my timings and I was completely late, and I got there and literally Ian Sterling, who kind of owns the place, was helping me unpack along with Gilbert. Such a nice guy. And all the team rallied together. They were helping roll back, and then Gilbert just turns up the bacon sandwich. I was like, "There you go, I saved it for you." I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet."
Oh, bless him. I taught him everything he knows, Gilbert.
I know. He's very complimentary about you. So
Absolutely did not teach him everything he knows. We ran the ambassador course, and he was on it.
you would never find anybody more enthusiastic about their job or Arbickie distillery or Arbickie distillery, as I think it's meant to be pronounced, as Gilbert.
Not even you. Not even you.
Well, okay, well, maybe me, but yeah, definitely worth the over.
Sounds great. I wish I was there because we did get invited to go down as well, but we just had so much on, and also with the opening of the new bar, we didn't have the staff to send anyone down. I would have loved to go down myself. I think I was on tour in the morning.
I think you were. I think it was the same day you had that group out.
Yeah, it was the 16th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, God, that's only Saturday past, isn't it? Feels like it was ages ago.
I know, I don't know what's happening with the time. Like August just seems to have gone into some sort of spiral of, like, you know, light speed.
Time warp.
It is a little bit. I always forget how unusual rye is. Like, the first sip it, you're like, what is going on in my mouth? It's good though. Get my
It is
brain.
good. It's a nice. It's got like a eucalyptus-y kind of sweetness to it.
Yeah, I would agree with that, definitely. It sounds quite busy in the bar tonight for a Thursday night.
Sorry,
It sounds quite busy in your bar tonight for a Thursday night.
it's not. There's only 5 people here.
Oh.
6 including me, 7 including the bar staff.
Where is your Foghouse mascot, please?
The mascot. Oh, he's where I left him.
Is that because everyone, nobody wants to touch it?
Nobody's seen him yet.
Got it.
I'm waiting for the laptop to have a decent charge on it before I take you around for a tour. I've got my iPad on standby in case I need to use it.
So I missed what was in your glass tonight. Have you already told everybody what you're having?
I did. I've gone for St. Bridget's Kirk.
Nice.
I just wanted something that was nice and easy, really good drink. Nothing too punchy. One tour tomorrow. One tour tomorrow. But we have a scan at the hospital for baby number 2. So we'll be driving Tony in the hospital quite early. Not too early, it's about 9:30, I think we're going in. So, and then I'm on tour in the afternoon, so nothing too fantastical in terms of strength and numbers tonight. Just a nice, chill, responsible evening.
Well, we've
will
got
be had.
Mr. McKendrick in the chat anyway, so it's a wee bit of promotion for the
100%.
taste we did last week. That was good.
We did. It's just such a nice drink. And 29 years old, great value, £81, £80, something around about that ballpark. For 29-year-old.
Yeah,
Bottom line is it tastes good.
it's lovely.
Dave Ferguson is saying he's lucky he left a bottle of Glengarry at the Foghouse. He did. He left. That was after tasting 2 weeks ago, I think it was 3 weeks ago maybe. We had our opening of the tasting room tasting, and Dave had, I think he'd secured him a bottle of the new Glengarry and left it at the bar, and he picked it up and he put it down. He had a couple more drams and he left, and it was still here. But it's not like you need an excuse to come back. You just you come back anytime, Dave. You don't have to leave things. I forgot. I have to go back.
I love that the Foghouse has become like a lost and found area, like whiskey.
Lost your cheese. Lost your dead mouse.
He's not lost. He's quite at home.
You know what he reminds me of is, the 3 blind mice in Shrek.
Yeah.
I guess that's what the model them on.
Yeah, I think so. I think although those white mice, people buy them to feed like snakes and stuff, don't they? So like, you could probably just buy like a bag of them off of eBay. I don't know. We should probably explain more about what this mouse is when people can see it, because now it's just a
Do you
weird
think
private
people
property.
buy a bag of mouse taxidermy?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like this, like you can get a mouse doing all sorts of taxidermy, like all sorts of like positions on eBay.
Yeah, but
So-
you can't just buy a bag of dead mice on eBay.
I'm sure you can. Well, maybe not on eBay, but like Snakes Are Us, like people that keep snakes, like they must just buy bags
But
of dead
I thought they said
Or
in
live.
life. Yeah.
maybe. Like if a snake's born in captivity though, it doesn't know how to hunt. Like we're not just like
Yeah.
let's see if there's
Instinct.
any snake owners on the chat. Please, he's not at home. That mouse is very much at home, and if he's not there next time I come over, then that's it. I'm going to have a Mariah Carey strop. Like, that mouse is very much at home in Foghouse. He's carrying drinks on it. Like, that's where he belongs.
I mean, for one, there's no way Louise could reach up to where he is and get him off that shelf.
I have the same
So-
problem. He looks so happy up there. We're going to have to show everybody the fat mouse when you can
We
start
will.
moving. Because it's
I
just
think
a
we
weird.
could probably move now. Because if I'm not away for long, I can come back. Let's go for a wee tour. So, is everything connected? I don't want to walk away and drag a cable with me. So here is the bar. There's Abby. Yeah, you've just gone like live to like 6 million people across the globe. Yeah. So here's our bar. Say hello.
Hi.
Abby wearing a drum t-shirt. God. Our selection of whiskies. We've got 431 whiskies at the moment. Some more up there.
And your moving cat. Your tiny
And now
cat.
what? Oh yeah, our Chinese cat. We had to move this. So this was
Martin.
hello. There's Martin. Yeah. Oh, viewing figures have just dropped. Jesus. So this guy we got from the local Asian restaurant as a gift. We were told to put it into the porch because it was meant to welcome people in. But when it was in the porch, we heard people walking past us with thinking, "Oh, it's going to be a Chinese restaurant." So we had to move the cat inside so people wouldn't think it was a Chinese. Then we've got our little lounge area, a couple of Chesterfields, nice little whiskey. No, hello everyone. You know, hope you're all meant to be here. Not somewhere.
Be like the Coldplay concert all over again.
Yeah, it's Coldplay concert all over again. Luckily, that couple are married, so God knows why. Nobody knows why. And then we have our cages. So Dave mentioned his cage. So I'm not sure if you're going to see inside of that. There's a couple of whiskies in there, some glasses as part of our membership. So if you want to know more, information is on the website. You become a member of Foghouse. We have got some more whiskies up in that corner, and what we call the wings.
Yes.
And through here, not quite as exciting as who was it took us a tour around the distillery? The Ben English.
Oh, like on the Blether. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe it was, but no, because his internet was really bad. Remember, because it was at Fish, and we kept losing him. So I doubt he would have been able to walk around during that.
We definitely
We are
got a
right.
tour around the distillery.
You're right.
This is our tasting room.
Beautiful.
I've got some. Let's see who recognizes this lady.
I know.
Let me know if you recognize. Who else have we got? We've got some wine legends on the walls as well. So if you're into your wine, you might know this lady. If you put on a name, I can't tell you wrong because I can't remember who she is. And then we've got this guy, this legend.
Legend that is.
So if you know all these guys, you're proper whiskey fans. So the tasting room holds 49. Well, that's a capacity. It could probably hold more. But we've got some new pictures going up on the wall and down there. And then the star of the show.
Look, there he is. He's tipped over a little bit, but he's been holding that tray for a long time.
Yeah, I think he's been drinking whatever he's holding on this way. Then we have, oh God, that just went bright. I won't show you too much in the kitchen because it's not like an operational kitchen. And then this is going to be where the shop goes. So this is a store at the moment, but the shop will be expanded into this area here.
It's going to be really cool. I love the fact that it's brothel red just now.
Brothel red. We're going to keep it that way.
Nice. It's going to draw all sorts of classy people.
If anyone wants a pizza oven, we have a couple of pizza ovens for sale.
Would you stop trying to punt that? Every time I come in that place, you're trying to punt this. Just put it on
If you just buy it, I wouldn't be punting it.
I live in a 2-bed flat, so there's no way I'm getting that in here.
It's probably bigger than your flat.
It probably is.
So yeah, so that is kind of the grand tour.
It's awesome. It's such a fantastic tasting room. It's like a really good vibe. It's really just like chilled and the bar as well. Like every time I've been in, it's just like nice little spaces where people just sit and chat. So even though it sounds quite noisy tonight where you are, like actually when you're in, like it's just really cool.
Yeah, I think the more people there are, the less noisy it becomes, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, because like there's little wee corners you can all just kind of sit in groups, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So no, it's cool. It's really, really cool place. Big place. It's quite a big venue.
It is. I mean, I've just totally like quadrupled my steps for the day. I was going to grab a mongrel while I was up.
And you've got live music too. You had a performer in on Sunday morning.
We did. Misha Buchan, local artist. That's what we're probably going to do, like maybe every second or third Sunday. We don't want to do it every week, unless demand is there. But we'll start off slowly and build up. But me and Louise were talking, and we've got quite a lot of things in the pipeline coming up. We're going to be doing a book club. We're going to start. I don't know, Louise, are you still watching? Do you want to tell us what you are planning for book club? We might get her on when we've got everything nailed down. Spoiler alert! Yeah, I've already said too much. I do apologize.
Oh no!
We are looking.
Press the mute button.
We're looking at an October launch for book club, and there might be a pretty awesome book launched also in October.
Have you written an erotic novel, Mike?
Well, it's a trilogy, so.
Wow. Amazing. 50 Shades of Green.
Just spilling secrets galore. I do apologize, Louise. We'll get you on, and you can tell us all about it when you know what we've got to come. So yeah, some comments coming in saying it looks fantastic. Thank you very much. It'd be great to have you in. Ryan H says, I remember there was a mention of a Blether wall earlier in the year. We have got 3 small walls that need something on it. So a Blether wall maybe.
Why don't you do like they do in that whiskey shop that I can't remember the name of, that everybody gets to sign, everybody does a tasting, gets to sign the wall. I mean, like you're ripping off their idea, but Paul can help me out. What's the shop? In Glasgow, and everybody that goes into the tasting sign the wall.
All right.
Miss McKendrick's still watching, help me out, but you know which one I'm talking about because I got to sign the wall recently. And it's like a, yeah, kind of like a, you know, what sort of thing that all they do a tasting and good spirit.
Oh, as in
Dutch Stewart.
As in the ambassador hosting a tasting, not everyone who attends a tasting.
Oh, no,
Big wall.
not all the guests. The ambassador who comes in gets to sign the wall. Oh, and Paul got in there as well. Dutch Stewart got in first there, Paul, but yes, he could do that. And he just missed his chance. Paul McKendrick could have been the first person to sign your wall.
He could have been. Because he was the first. Yeah, he was the first ambassador to do it.
I mean, technically, I was the first person to do a tasting in there, but like, whatever. But
It wasn't like you were blowing your own trumpet or doing your own stuff, were you?
I wasn't doing anything.
That's what I'm saying, you weren't.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't. Don't accuse me of things, but no, you weren't. But yeah, you could do a sign the wall. That'd be quite
You
good.
could do. Mm-hmm.
Like a white chalk pen or something, and sign their name on it.
They'd have to have a photo as well. You're going to get a Polaroid camera.
Yes, they're so cheap now. Get a Polaroid. Oh my god, I love this idea. Polaroid, and sign their name and stick it to the wall. That's a good idea. Because then they could do a picture with all like, with all the people in. Like you could do like a selfie.
Well, yeah, that would be cool. Because at the moment, there's only going to be Paul there till mid-September. So we'll just have a little picture of Paul on the wall.
A little shrine to Paul next to Louis Mouse.
Yeah.
That's all right. He probably deserves it. We can get a little shrine. See, like Ryan likes the idea too. Polaroid wall.
Right. A Polaroid. Ian's got another idea. Steam off labels from finished bottles and stick them on, making a montage of whiskies over the years.
I love, or like Foghouse releases all your bottles you've released. Like the labels.
You don't really go on the wall. You can't really.
Oh yeah, you don't have peel off labels.
No. I like that idea. It's something we did something similar at the shop for the toilets. Yes. Newspaper cuttings.
You did, because you had my ex-distillery manager literally looming over me every time I went for a pee. It was so off-putting. I had to like cover my eyes when I was having a tinkle. I can't make eye contact with the boss when having a pee. It's weird.
It's not your boss anymore. It's fine.
No, it's fine. I can pee in front of him there.
Dr.
Oh, that's be good. We can, yeah, I think a Polaroid wall is definitely one. And then your other wall, I don't know. I'll have to think of something.
No. Yeah, the sticker idea, the label idea. I mean, we could have so many steam off labels. We have got a lot of empty bottles.
That's true.
I think something like that, you need a good start. You need a starting point, and you need, that won't work with one or two. You need quite a lot to make something like that, and then you just keep going. That sounds good.
What about one of those maps where people put a pin on it, like where they visit from? I mean, it will be mainly a wheelchair, but you're getting like some of your cruise ship people coming in, so you might have like, people putting pins from all around the world. Because Bamore have that.
Okay, that would be cool. Yeah. We could do that.
Yeah.
Loads of ideas. We need some creative comments in the chat, guys. Paul will be back soon. Definitely get it sorted. Lovely place. Oh, thank you very much. Very kind of you to say so, Paul. Second time you said that to me. The first one was private, so I knew we meant it.
It's true. It's a lovely place. I felt particularly sorry for Paul when we had probably the most Doric man ever, who was the loveliest, most enthusiastic person I've ever seen, but also the most Doric person I've come across in a while.
He was brilliant, Jim.
So lovely,
adorable.
He was. I kind of almost saw Paul, who was from Glasgow, trying to figure out. I think that was a good thing, but I don't know what he said.
It was all good, apart from the colour. I don't think he was a fan of some of the colours.
Well, yeah, he seemed like the ones that looked most like whiskey, which I totally get that logic. So much fun though, and then of course the whole Cabbage team got in as well, so that was good fun to see everybody over the Cabbage.
Yeah, Yeah, they were into learn how to blend, and Paul showed them with this. I'm joking, Louise. Before you start typing it, I do love the feeling. I love what I was done with that. Even before we took it to the shop, we got a chance to have a taste. Really good. It's good feedback as well, coming from, because we had Ewan, who is the distiller at the Cabrach, and then we had Craig, who is part of the accounting side of things. It was great to see both point of views in terms of bottling a whiskey. Some good conversations that you don't always, or from an angle you don't always get in a tasting. Sometimes it's always from the customer's point of view, which is great, but to have some industry insight as well, it's always quite good. You get the inside knowledge as well. Ian has said another wall idea: framed pictures of optical illusions, example Escher and the like. Then punters can see if they make more or less sense as the night goes on. Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Right, we've got a secret.
It's like when you go to a hotel and the carpets are all.
Yeah, but they're designed for that, aren't they? They're designed to for that kind of illusion. Yeah, not disorientate you, but to help you find your room. That's why it's repetitive, so you don't get. They're meant to be like that to stop you getting lost, I think.
Oh, well, I get lost in hotels all the time, like continuously.
Are you not normally?
Oh my god! No, it's not because I'm drunk. I've got like a really bad sense of direction. What if your wall just has loads of hooks on it, and people have to bring a flat cap, and use the whole wall dedicated to flat caps? It's literally what we're famous for. And like,
so if I lost one,
everyone.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. You could just have like a homage to flat caps from all around the world. I love that. I'll bring you a Glenkeeper one. I mean, I think flat caps are predominantly Scottish, but that'd be great. We do it.
I don't think I've actually worn my Glengarry flat cap yet.
It's shocking. It's shocking.
I'll remedy that next week.
I mean, it's getting kind of colder outside now as well, so it's kind of almost like, it's not autumn yet, but it definitely feels like it's getting towards the end of summer. Which is quite
definitely. I'm going to nip and get another dram. We'll be back in 1 second. I can still hear you, and I think you should still be able to hear me if I talk back to you. Let me see if this works. I don't know how long
we are experimenting with the brave new world of technology tonight. Ryan, yes, I am on a roll tonight. That's flat cap idea is a good idea, right? Though, imagine a whole wall of flat caps. That'd be absolutely awesome. Also, Mike doesn't just go and start hunters about cream cheese because he's going to run out of sensible stuff to say. Yeah, you definitely could get a Glengarry flat cap for your birthday. Might find them. It might be like, every time Trump goes off camera, he ends up saying something ridiculous because he thinks the mic's off. So,
who's that?
I was going to say, every time Trump is talking on camera or off camera, he forgets his mic's off. He keeps saying like inappropriate things off camera. So I was wondering if you're going to walk off and like forget people hear you and start talking about like, I don't know, like how much you hate me.
When we did virtual tastings, I used to do that just as a test. And I would have, sorry. So you would tell people, so the guys just need to go to the toilet or whatever, talk amongst yourselves, and you still hear them. You can still hear them. You would go away and do what you had to do. And you'd hear them talking about you or whatever. But nobody ever said anything bad. So,
oh, that's good.
It was always good.
Oh, nice.
I put the night this was launched. It was after Paul's tasting. I think they had the tasting the same day that this got launched, and I was in the bar with the guys, the staff just locking up, and I poured a dram of this and I tasted it. Then I put a post out on Facebook saying that this could be the best mongrel yet. Andrew thought it was quite a bold statement, Andrew Smith. So I'm away to see if I stick by it, because I haven't tried it since, and obviously we had quite a few drams with Paul and Lady Glen, some cast strength stuff. So let's see. I do have a batch one at home as well, and I've got a batch. This is the fourth batch, isn't it? Yeah, I think I've still got one. The only one I maybe don't have is number 2. But I think we've got the other 3 behind the bar here.
That video he did of showing people how to do whiskey tasting with his fake moustache and nosing it was absolutely hilarious.
I mean, only Andrew could get away with it. I don't know if he's got away with it yet, but away with that.
It's when he's kind of like blowing the bubbles into the whiskey with his nose and his moustache starts coming off, and I properly snort laughed watching that at lunch the other day. It was so funny.
So she never really became independent. She's always given accommodation. Never looked up. Never really
You stand by your statement.
I mean, number 1 was a banger, but I need to go back and try it to get rid of nostalgia and go back to actual taste. But 22 years old, Edrington blend, so you're talking some big hairs in there, PX and Oloroso. 56.2%, £89, less than 90 quid for a 22-year-old. I don't know how they do it, and I think there is the word that this is going to be the last one because the stock's just getting too expensive. And they don't.
I think you put that up in his socials, didn't you?
Yeah. It would be a shame to lose something like that, but I understand it as well, because something that they do, every independent bottle does the same. They try and keep the best price they possibly can. These guys just somehow get hold of this kind of stock and find it out. I say now, on a Contra, that's a 22-year-old blend for £88. Lady Glen have got a 29-year-old blend there for £80, so 10 or less.
Yeah, that's true.
And to put myself in a spot here, because they're both really good. I would have to say that the wee mongrels probably prefer it. And I hate to say it because Paul's on, if you are still on, but yeah, I have to be honest.
That one looks a lot darker and sweeter than.
It's my cup of tea, you know. I'm a sherry slut, so anything that's really going to be big on sherry is going to.
Well, talking about that, Ian Abernethy has just said it's probably worth plugging your recently launched in October. He's going to be in the area, so he's booked in for some sex dungeon events or sherry events. So you obviously remember Diego's comments.
Yeah, Diego is booked in. So if you remember, was it our last event before we shut down, or second last?
I think, yeah, maybe it was, yeah.
So if you don't know what he's talking about, these sex dungeon antics, we had a Blether with Diego Boris from Morelos, who manages cask movement. So when a distillery in Scotland wants to buy high quality cask from a bodega, Diego's kind of their first point of contact, and he introduces them to bodegas and helps them with the cask styles, depending on the spirit of the whiskey and where they want to go with it. So, not only is he barking mad and a great laugh, his knowledge was phenomenal. I absolutely adored that chat.
It was good.
Yeah, so we've got him. It is a Thursday night. And the idea behind the tasting is a bit of an experience with a lot of fun. We are going to do 5, maybe 6 sherry samples and chat about that, and then follow that up with 3 blind whiskies matured in or finished in one of the sherry styles. And using the notes that the guys have learned, we're going to try and decipher which sherry's been used for the whiskey. So yeah, we're just choosing the bodegas. He's gonna grab some samples and send them over. So yeah, looking forward to that. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It sounds fun, yeah.
So that is the
16th.
16th. Then the following week, on the 24th, we've got Finn Thompson coming up. He was meant to be next weekend, but unfortunately, not unfortunately, but he's now over in Asia doing some product launches over there, so he couldn't make it for us. So we've rearranged that, and that is going to be quite a special tasting. Some big hitters coming out, and then 25th, the day after. Talking to Six Dungeons, I'm sure this guy would fit right home. We've got Stuart Buchanan coming in for that as well. So,
Pretty sure similar dream to that.
I don't want to know. But yeah, so Stuart Buchanan is coming out to do a tasting. We haven't quite settled on a lineup. We don't know if we're going to do a Glendronach lineup or a Benriach or a Glenglassaugh or maybe 2 from each. So, but with Stuart in the room, it's going to be a stomping night. It's going to be so good. He did a tasting with us. He was one of the first tastings we ever had, I think, was Stuart. It was Glendronach, and he absolutely nailed it. We've been trying to get him back ever since, and we've managed to catch him. Stipulation is that we put a picture of him up on our wall, so I am more than happy to have a picture of Stuart on our wall.
It seems fair. He's a busy man. He's always here, there, and everywhere around the world, isn't he? From his social medias.
Yeah, he is. And I mean, we've got a pretty banging selection of Glendronach handfuls here. I'm taking out with 2, 4, 6, 8, 15 Glendronach handfuls behind the bar. So we might take one of them down, or we might get one of the newer ones, and we'll take that for food tasting. Crack that. Really excited. Last time I was speaking to Stuart was at Glendronach. He was doing some prep for the 200th anniversary, which is going to be next year. And he found an archive, and guys out on tour, and I spent the whole tour in this archive room looking through old paperwork. And there was some, the 1960s revamp when the new stills went in, and then buying ground from 1920s pheasant, buying and selling pheasant. Glenallachie's got its stuck. Glengoyne's got its gooses. Its gooses with their leaves, and Glendronach has its pheasants.
Yeah, it's not that common for estates to buy pheasants to put down for shooting. And then they're of course owned by the Teachers family for a while too. So some of the archive stuff that was found at Glendronach.
There we go. You heard it here first.
So,
The old
got
man should
Mr.
put
Mark
your little
Watt
brand in
who
there.
is promoting the Foghouse. I do. They pay my wages.
Sorry, yeah, I jumped in because I think I had a bit of a lag. Mark, what is it? Yeah. Hello, Mark. How are you? He's been watching the Dons. I would like to think we're more entertaining than the Dons. That's Aberdeen Football Club, Cat, for non-football minded.
No, I know that one. I do know that one.
All I can say is everyone should visit the Foghouse thing. So, Mark, alongside Kate and then Andrew and Chris from Little Brown Dog, were our first industry visitors, our first celebrities in a social capacity to come in. And for that, I think we should have Mark and Kate up on the wall as well.
Oh, 100%. Let's get our wedding picture up.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. Oh, here. Mark saying, we're always more entertaining than the Dons and never let me down. That means I probably don't want to know the score. Don't put it on the screen, Mark, because there might be people at home who don't want to know it yet. I'm going to do a quick Google. That's only half time. Mark, we won't scare our mice away with your picture.
I mean, your mouse is already kind of frozen in place because it's taxidermy, so it's not going anywhere.
Can't run away.
Fixed or not.
Not going anywhere at all. So, it's good timing actually, Mark, because I just poured myself this little guy, which is kind of a sequel to the collaboration Mark, David Stark, and the Little Brown Dog guys had last year with the Wee Brown Electric Coup. And I was all wanting to get round to asking Andrew why there wasn't the same collaboration in terms of the name. Mark, so maybe he can just shed a wee bit of light on that. Why wasn't it done as a? I know you've got the cows in the background in the label, which I assume is a nod to the Stark kind of. Oh, he didn't ask. Simple as that.
That's fair enough.
Fair enough. I thought there was maybe some great secret that you were then going to do a launch, and then David was going to do a launch, and it's like, hey, we've done it separate. But yeah, he just bought himself, and he used you the first time and milked all the credit the second time. What a guy.
Good cow pun there too. Well done.
Who, me?
Yeah, you just said you milked all the credit, and it's a cow picture, right?
That was not. That wasn't intentional at all. But I will take it. My first thing was when I said he used you. I was like, using a cow to sheep. But
no, I'm sure you said milked all credit.
He broke up the band and went solo. What a dick.
He's like
That's the
Robbie
last time
Williams.
he's ever getting invited on the Blether.
It won't be. He is my stand-in pretty much.
Like next week, Andrew.
I know.
But you're absolutely right, Mark. Little Brown Dog never let you down with a release. We've talked a lot about them, so let's put this one aside. Mega Blend, 56.2%, contains 21-year-old Springbank for those who are in their Springbanks. Available at the Foghouse Bar for
Nice.
£8 for 35 ml, or we've got the three of them, the mongrel, the mega blend, and the Druid Dog. There's a flight, which is £15 for 325. So if you're in the area, you want to try all three, pop in. Dave Ferguson did ask if we had any of the bottles left in the shop. We don't, I'm afraid. Of the mongrel, yeah, we do have Druid Dog and the Campbelltown still in the shop. I'm just going to tell you how good this one is.
And the story I always had was just a suitable blend of both for ladies to go over and a chat.
Spicier than the electric.
In a good way.
It's just now it is really quite intense to start with. Now that it's melted away, that flavour is salt caramel with funky kind of melted ice cream. It's is it as good as the electric? It's not as smooth as like David Mark. That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's got your bullishness about it.
Oh, another cow pond. Well done.
Again, I didn't even mean that.
Rolling out the cow ponds. You don't even know you're doing it.
It's good. It's really good. And £55 for the BAM, I think this one is. Ian's asking what the cheapest and most expensive whiskies in the bar are. Our cheapest is £4. Do we have any £3? I think we've got a couple of £3. You're kind of standard Grouch and Out of the Sky and things like that. Everything we do better than is £35. And then, so we have a kind of color coded tier system. So red, kind of remember, red, green, pink, blue, yellow, and each one's a different price. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our kind of red drams, the £4 drams are your Glenfiddich 12s, your Glenlivet 12s, Glenmorangies, your Balvenis, supermarket. Things that will sell between 40 and 50 kind of pounds. And then we work up to our most expensive, I think at the moment is £50 for a 94 single cask Glendronach. At 29 years old, I think it is. We've amongst our more expensive. So we've got some. We built up our collection of whiskies over kind of mostly through lockdown, and whenever we got an allocation of a case of Daphne, a case of Springbank, a case of what else is kind of really flying at the time, Glenallachie single cask and things like that, Ardnamurchan. We always kept the ball back with a bar in mind, and when we did this, the bar was going to be above the whiskey shop, which we opened for a wee while. But we had enough of a collection that really we were only getting to showcase to people once a month when we opened the tasting room as a bar at the end of the night, at the end of the month of the start. And that was like, I think it was sacrilege. We needed to open up. So we've got, it's still behind the bar. We've got Ardnamurchan's inaugural release at £8 in it. I think is sitting there at. Same with Rassay, Lochleys. We've got a lot of inaugural bottlers in there. Staff Mill, we've got all 3 of the 15-year-olds and things like that. And kept them at a price that we think people would come in if you knew what you're looking for, you'll grab it. I think it's a bargain. So hopefully, we'll try and attract some people. Our whiskey list is going to be going live very soon. So you can go online and see what we've got. I think we've still got some of Lock Brown Dogs in Oakville. Aaron release as well. So
That's cool. Plenty to choose from.
So I'd answer Ian, £3 is the cheapest, and I'm pretty sure it's £50 for a blend on it.
Awesome. Well, I might stick to the somewhere in between that two extremes.
It's hard to pitch prices, especially like when you have something that you deem to be really like super high class, like something like let's just say the Daphne inaugural release, and we've got that from cost price at day one when it was released, and now people are buying it for 700 quid, 800 quid. I'm not sure what the market value now is, but it's like people think it's a bargain. It's like, well, that's what it's meant for. If I now up my price, I don't think I'm doing right by whiskey drinkers, because they're the ones who miss out on these kind of bottles. And to get a chance to try it, they have to be paying fair price for it. That's what we are, because we're also making a couple of it. We're a business after all. It'd be great to just do what they call break-even bottles all the time, but it's just not possible. But we keep it as tight as we can, and we go by the retail price of the bottle when it's released, rather than what we think its perceived value is now. Unless we've bought it off a secondary market. If we've seen a bottle we really want and we bought it off an auction, we have to adjust it for the price that we paid for it. That's the only type of level. Scale it. So if you come in and we've got a bottle of something and I've just said it's £4 a nip, then you're like, well, it's actually £20 a nip. That's because we've had to pay more. So disclaimer, But at the moment, all our inaugural bottles, we haven't looked for any. We haven't bought any duplicates of it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a minefield, isn't it? As you say, you bought that at sort of the original price when it was released, and selling it for stupid money. It's like, how do you find something sensible in between that? But you also want people to come in and to buy these whiskeys, because otherwise they just go into collections somewhere and never see light of day. So it's good that people can come in and actually like, oh, Daphne, I've never tried that before. Like, I really want to try one of them. It's not a break the bank.
Exactly. Yeah. And we've got we've got 17 or 18 Daphne behind the bar as well. So you might not get the one you're looking for, but we've got a Daphne that we'll see.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I live in a one-way street, and I've just watched the funniest thing. I've just watched Land Rover Discovery reversing down it at high speed, cars coming forward in front of it. I didn't realise.
It's a one-way street. One-way streets are the epitome of whether you trust humanity. If you look both ways, crossing a one-way street, you've no faith in humanity anymore.
I always look both ways. I look bluntly. There's, I'm not saying that anything about people,
I was crossing across from the shop. There's a one-way bit, and I was crossing the road, and I didn't look. And I just had a sense that someone was coming to turn around. The car was coming, so I stopped and let it pass. And I really, part of me thought, if I kept walking and got hit, I could have sued her and retired or something.
If you lived.
Just got hauled. If I she was going to like 20 miles an hour. It's not going to kill me.
Fair.
Run over my toe or something. I'd take a broken toe for 10 grand. No problem.
I'd break your toe for 10 grand.
I'm not sure that's how it works. I'm not paying you.
Mark's saying that you could have a good night in your bar and still find something interesting to try. I think that's a really good way of summing it up. You could definitely have your classics, get a little bit merry, and still find some interesting drams in there too. I managed to find a couple of nice things the other night when I was in. I found one Annick and on brand, guys. So get rid of your glass. I found a Glengarry, not our Glengarry, but it was a Delphi. Oh, that was so yum, so yum.
The last Glengarry was brilliant. It was an 11-year-old. And as with the Delphi, the demand is so high, we only get like 1 or 2 bottles of each. In that first release, I got 1 bottle of the Glengarry. I didn't get any. And I put a little flea into Graham and I was like, please, it's our local one. And we're going to crack it open and have it behind the bar. So he got me one, and this time I got 2. So
Nice.
yeah. Anything Glengarry or Knock 2 as well. It's extremely limited. We like to get something that we can crack open and put behind the bar. And, celebrate the local ones.
Yeah, and especially Annick, you don't see it a lot independently either. So it's nice to play around with it.
I think so.
You have to
Ian
get
is saying very keen sounding prices. He's used to the much higher major city whiskey bars when traveling with work. I think a lot of it depends on where you are, not even where you are city-wise, but where you are street-wise as well. Because a lot of it depends on what the bar is paying in rates and staff and what's surrounding it as well. But you look at somewhere like Diggers, which is kind of out of the way a little bit. They've got some mental price. Still good value for money. But if you go to somewhere in maybe the Royal Mile, you've really got that tourism kind of increase in expectation there that's sometimes it's not worth it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and then are they kind of just playing on people's ignorance, or is it just like a sort of status thing as well known? Like, how do they get away with those prices?
I think we had a customer in here. The Lobsters are playing for a 12-year-old. We have it on a £4 a night. And Wetherspoons are selling it at £6.50. So I think part of that is those prices are made up by somebody in London. And it's just a blanket. That's the price across everywhere. So, and plus, they have to make up for the cheap out-of-date beer that they sell. So.
Yeah,
It's a bit. You'd have to take each pub, like pub case wire. Do they also do food? Is there a kitchen there? Is it a hotel? Yeah, the overheads play a massive part on how it's run. We when we get the shop next door, we're going to do a complete overhaul of our prices because we want people to be able to buy from the shop, especially in the wine and things like that. Buy from the shop and take it in and crack open a bottle. We probably wouldn't be allowed to do that with the whiskey, but yeah, we want it to play a place where you can come in and enjoy a couple of drams or a couple of glasses of wine or gins or whatever. Which is why we've got the cages. The cages, you can buy your own bottle, put it in the cage. You walk in with a friend, you think, oh, you won't go to the bar, I'll buy a couple of pints from the bar, and I've got a really nice 17-year-old fair here in the cage. Let's crack that open and we can sit with that on our table and enjoy. That idea goes through at the bar and through at the shop as well, that you can buy a bottle from the shop You pay a corkage fee and it goes in your cage. And that's yours to have without paying. And then the price will be favourable compared to buying it by the dram in the bar. So it's kind of a wee peak perk of membership. Paul is saying the Adelphi Glengarry is delicious, but he does have a soft spot now for Glengarry these days. You must have given him one hell of a tour because he's fallen in love with Glengarry.
Well, it's all in the quality of service.
Absolutely. Ian saying for comparison, Singapore is paying £25 to £40 for 20 mil. Mostly stuff that retails in the UK for 80 to 120. So for an 80 to 120 pounds a bottle, you're paying 25 to 40 pounds for 20 mil.
Wow.
Only so much of that is duty, isn't it?
Yeah. £4 drams there then.
Well, if you work that out for 20 mil for a 70 cl bottle, you are looking at 35 nets. So 35 times 40 is, well, you're looking into thousands. Back for an 80 pound bottle.
Oh my God. Yeah. 35 times 40. It's like 1,400. That's mad.
It's pretty crazy. Dave, why is there a corkage price on the cages? Because we're a business, Dave. That's the bottom line. But you get your discount. You get £200 worth of tasting back tours. You get your 4 free glasses. You get 3 free bottles. So, if you don't want to put your own bottle in there, you've got 3 bottles that can go in there. There's a lot of perks to go into that as well.
No, it's good fun. I've seen a few places with those cages, and it's always quite a nice thing to sit and do. Like, got friends or family. Makes it a bit more personal. Like, come down to a local and there's a special bottle of whiskey. You get to open up your tea. We've got one at the house, and yeah, it's just nice. And it's like, it kind of almost makes a night cheaper a little bit as well. Like you say, you can get, you can all go for rounds at nights, and then you just like, let's go get a dram out of my bottle. So like, even if it's a bottle, it's not nice to even out the night a little bit.
I think it does, and it makes it, like you say, it makes it a little bit more personal, especially. I think if you're a business or if you're a local businessman, you want to entertain a client or take a friend out, skip it's like a queue jump. You can just say, well, I've got my key on, I'll just open the cage. And my glasses are there, pour a couple of grams. Does the job.
Definitely.
And if you want to take the bottle home, you can take the bottle home. You open it and think, last order, we'll just have one here. I said, that's a really nice dram. I'm going to take it home. Just let the bar staff know, just say, this is my cage, my bottle. I'm just going to take this. And we take a note of it to make sure you don't come back the next day and say, where's my bottle?
Okay.
Well, Dave, you took it home last night. You signed to say it.
I'm missing a bottle of Glengarry, but there's a tub of soft cheese in there. And what's going on?
Well, we should put some coolers in the cages just to make sure if you put your cheese in it, it doesn't melt.
No, it's a lovely idea, and they're beautifully made as well. You had like a local carpenter make them, right? Because your dad did a lot of the woodwork in there, but you had the cages specially made.
The cages were made by a guy called Joe Caldwell from Hawthorne Woodwork. They're absolutely amazing. It wasn't just a batch job, but every cage was built individually
Wow.
And been absolutely fantastic. Dave, yes, you can keep more than one bottle in the locker. So the locker is yours for the as long as you've got the membership on it. And we're not adverse to you giving us a shout and say, look, Mike, I've got this really nice special bottle that I got. We know Dave loves like Glengarry handfuls. Yeah, if you come to us and say, can I put one of these in my locker? Be like, absolutely. Yeah, we're open to that chat and say, well, what to do is if you take your fair care home while you've got that one in there. Yeah, so you get a bottle of our shop exclusive fair care as part of the deal. Yeah. We don't want to overflow the bottles, but yeah, you can have more than one. You can have 6. I think you could probably hold, without boxes, you would hold 5 bottles in there if you took your glasses out. So yeah, you can have that. I mean, we're not going to restrict you to what you can have in the locker other than the space that's in the locker. If you want to take all your bottles home, fill them into little wee sample jars and just pile them up in your locker. So you've just got this huge locker full of little miniatures and then you open it and they'll spill out. Then as long as you clean it up, that's up to you. You can do that.
That's very specific. There was one at Meldrum House and somebody had a cuddly toy stuffed rabbit in their locker. It does look a little bit like a wee rabbit's cage. Just like all these rows of whiskey and then just like this little wee stuffed rabbit in one.
Oh, I love it.
I don't think it's there anymore. But yeah, it's quite a cute idea.
Escape.
Must have done, yeah, got away.
All right, can't keep a good rabbit down.
So they say, wise words.
That's the wisdom of the night out there.
You're very countryside with your wisdom and puns tonight. Influenced by the changing seasons, maybe. All
I know, we're getting all autumnal now, aren't we? The nights are drawn in.
Mexi, but the nights are very drawn in about, they know. So Aberdeenshire folks start saying that.
And it's always, you always hear it about 10 times on the day after the longest day.
Yeah. I remember
I can't say
working
anything. I said it about 4 times myself.
Oh, you do though. Like you start working in a shop and you get so in tune to saying the same sayings about weather. The nights are feeling drawn about. Eyes turn in the air. It's going to be a bad winter.
I heard a great one the other day, and it was like a proper farmer saying that I said, and he came in, and I said, a fine day. He goes, aye, but we'll pipe it later.
We'll pipe it later. So typical Aberdeenshire. One of my favourite sayings, and I heard it when I was a teenager. I worked in a shop, and he's aye, quite feel like a day of Monday bad yourself. Well, just flat out like a juke spit. I'm like, it's one of the best things I've ever heard.
So, guys, if you know what flat out like a juke spit means, keep it to yourself and let the other ones figure it out. I'd love to know what Google, what eBay, YouTube translators coming. eBay translate. Still figuring out what send the mouse.
We also need a name for your Foghouse mascot, your little mouse, because I'm not going to let nobody puts him in a corner. Like he needs to be out proud and with a name at some point. So,
the first thing I did was put him in a corner.
You did, right? I know.
You see him? He's still there.
Well, at least he got out of the box. Like when I presented him to everybody else, they're like, "Nah, that is not coming out of the box." I'm like, well, what is that? Let's give him a wee name.
Gigi. More of a horse's name, isn't it?
Oh, come on, we'll get one.
I think
So,
of something.
and in fact, if the lady ever phones and says, weird question, do you have taxidermy?
Yes. But don't you worry, McLean, it's through the back of the corner.
Yeah. Didn't think of that. Dave wants you to put his bottle of Glencairn in his locker for him.
Did you not pick it up, Dave? Is it still here?
There's still a question about where this is.
I think Annette picked up and took it back to the shop, actually. I'm pretty sure. Which is why it's not here. It's definitely not in the Foghouse. But you and one other person left their balls. Then I think Annette took it back to the shop. So you're safe.
It's just about sold out, that was, so maybe it's not safe because I don't have a bottle yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's getting
That was the Tall Chips release, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's back at the shop.
Okay. There you go.
We have a bottle open behind the bar as well if you want to taste it.
If I want to taste it, no, I'm good, thanks.
So, for the guys at home who are still listening, if you want to try, I mean, you could go to Inverurie and probably get a wee taste from Cat for free, but it's just not the same as drinking in a bar.
It's paying for it in your bar.
If you ask nicely, if you mention you're a Blether, we'll give you a free taste.
I didn't know you had a bottle of it. It's good.
I know of it. That was the one Fraser McFarlane bought.
Oh, yes. Because I wrote the
You
front
wrote
of it.
Foghouse on it.
I know.
Don't
Yes,
make me unplug myself and don't get it.
I do remember now.
I'll tell you what, I haven't actually tasted it yet. I have got 2 samples of it. Folks. 1 sample of it. Folks. Yeah, 1 sample of it. And I just haven't got round to it.
Yeah,
Do you
because
know
I
what
gave
really?
you a sample quite early on.
So I do have 2 samples of it. Right?
Yeah.
It's yeah. See, try to sit down at the moment and look at sample. This is different having a wee taste of it on the Blether and stuff, but to sit down, which I used to love doing, I still do love doing, just getting time to do it. Sitting down and saying, right, I'm going to really enjoy and study this dram, maybe write a few notes into a book. That time is gone at the moment. I can't wait to get back to that.
I know what you mean. I struggle doing it in the evenings because the time you've got everything done and you're actually just sitting down to relax. Even though you are enjoying the whiskey, you're trying to pay attention to it, and it does feel like work. Like sometimes I can only really pay attention to whiskey in the morning, like when everything's kind of like woken back up again, and like an empty glass. It can be really hard to just like kind of focus in the evenings, just write tasting notes and properly pay attention. Definitely easier if you put your work head on as opposed to your at home relaxing head because you just want to sleep or drink tea.
Just have I don't mind. I love just having a beer or something. But out of dram, but I don't want to investigate it. I just want to sip it and drink.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
So I'm just going to move through the house for a second. I'm starting to get a bit loud and rowdy, and some guys are sitting next to me, and I think that they're not talking because I'm chatting with them. Talk amongst yourselves for 2 seconds while I unplug myself. I'm going to take the big plug out.
Don't turn the lights out by accident. We'll follow Mike back through Foghouse. So get another little view. It's like watching one of those police programs where you're seeing body cam footage. It's like Mike's way to go.
I've
And,
seen
like,
what?
bust up- you know, like in those police shows, where you're watching body cam footage.
Brilliant. Love it.
It's a little bit like that. That's much better. It was getting quite rowdy in there. But that's
Getting
a good
quite
sign.
rowdy.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's a good
yeah,
sign.
it's still busy. It's just getting to the stage where they're enjoying themselves, and I want them to continue. I'm not going to turn around to people in the bar and say, "Hey, man,
Shush.
shush, I'm on the night shift."
I'm on the night shift. Talking of all things whiskey, so, and I don't know if anybody else in the chat's been to see them yet, but I am off to see Whiskey and Witches on Sunday for the end of the film.
You're such a dick.
Yes, I am.
Say it like it is.
I'm excited for it. Yes, we're going down
I bet
on.
you did for a ticket. I bet you just said, "Go and give me a ticket, please."
I didn't actually do that. I mean, I have let them know that I'm coming.
I bet you wish you did.
No, I do sometimes pay for things. I'll have you know. So yeah, off to that on Sunday night. Head down to Edinburgh Saturday, stay with a friend, and we're doing Whiskey Witches on Sunday, and then
Brilliant.
a couple other fringy things across the couple of days, and then off to a concert Tuesday, and then back over to Glasgow for work Wednesday. So it's going to be good fun. But yeah, give me a shout on any of you in the chat if you've been down to see Christine and Jane do their show this year. I've seen quite a few people on their stories have been over to see them, so I'm excited.
It's been so popular over in Denmark and stuff. We were meant to have them here. We had them booked for Sandman. It just sadly didn't take off. We didn't get the ticket sales on it, and we had to pull it because obviously for them to commit, they needed a deposit, and it just didn't work out. I was absolutely gutted, but this venue where we are now in the tasting room would be ideal for them. We can get a great crowd. We're speaking to Robin Lang as well to get him in to do an event because he used to come up and do it in the wee tasting room. So if we can double the crowd here for him, I think that's the kind of things as well. I think it'll be really different for what we can offer.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. And then great venue as well. If people are like over for Spirit Speyside, you can do like some events and stuff for that as well. You're not quite Speyside, but you've got a great venue for kind of
just hanging off the coattails.
Quite right. That'd be awesome. Really, really cool. So no, looking forward to that. And yeah, it'd be cool if we could get them up to Foghouse sometime. And I'm sure all the people locally who want to chat would love to come in and see them too. It just looks like a really, really cool show.
Yeah. When we did cancel it and then we got this place, I sent a message saying it'd be great to get you in before the end of the year. They were fully booked, which is understandable, but we are looking at dates for next year.
Yep, getting quick.
So,
that'd be awesome.
Speyside Fringe Festival, yeah, that's October, is it? Speyside Fringe.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Probably.
Is it the same time as they do the race, the dramathon?
The dramathon. No, you're thinking of the Elgin.
Oh, yeah.
What is it called? But that's been pulled this year.
Is that the Speyfest thing?
No, it was. Oh, what was it called?
Can't remember. Somebody in the chat will know within 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That are like.
It was in Elgin Town Hall, but it's been pulled.
That's a shame.
Yeah, Dave was one of the few, one of two, I think, three people who bought tickets. But what we've realised since, and we've done a couple of events in Aberdeen, and Aberdonians are quite late bookers. They don't like to plan things in advance. I think they want to know the week before what they're doing. We maybe pulled it too early in hindsight, but it was right for us at the time, so we had to. But yeah, we've noticed that with a couple of events. We did a tasting with Andrew from Little Brown Dog at the Science Centre, and the week before we were talking about pulling it because there was only like 5 or 6 tickets. And we're quite liberal with our minimum order. We say like 12 people, especially if we're going out and about. 6 people in the shop, 12 people for going out and about. And then like the Thursday before the event, it was like, okay, we're pretty much fully booked now. We just had an influx of tickets. It's like, well, that's cool.
Yeah. I think that's actually what happened with our Vicky as well, because like the morning session was really, really busy. And I think it was, I think people do just kind of wait and they think, oh, I quite fancy that. And then they haven't booked tickets, like, oh, you know, they may be sold out, and they just check last minute. They're like, oh, you know, there's tickets, so we just pop down for it. I know you are taking a chance, you know, playing that waiting game as well, because, you know, what if people don't just actually book? But it does seem to be a little flurry towards the sort of cut-off point, the deadline as well. But yeah, for the likes of, you know, Whiskey Witches, where they've got to make a plans and, you know, expenses for traveling and everything else, I guess it's not that practical, but yeah, we'll get them up to the bright lights of Aberdeenshire at some point. It'll be a good night.
100%.
And they can sign the Polaroid wall.
Yes. Did anyone know who this lady was? She is a former guest on the Blether.
I know. Because I was so excited when we got her on. I was like the biggest fangirl ever. And I was trying to be really cool and hide it. But when I watched it back, I was not hiding it.
Yeah. You hid it as well as Russell when Stuart Buchanan came on the chat.
Oh, no, I was that obvious. She is a legend.
She is. Nobody's commenting. I don't think anyone, which is a travesty.
Well, maybe they just can't remember her name, though.
Maybe. Even if they... Yeah. Will we put them out of their misery, or will we leave it?
Well, I think if Jeremy was on, he would have answered pretty much straight away, but we haven't got a Jeremy tonight, so maybe it escapes them.
Oh, here's Reb. Hello, Reb. How are you? Reb is...
Building an IKEA cupboard. I know, the pain. I make my kids do it.
I mean...
It's not in the cluster.
Definitely not. I don't think she's a doctor either, Dave. Reb, 4 hours for an IKEA. How big is this cupboard?
So, Reb, I was thinking about you yesterday or today because we had a group of people who came in with a list of kosher whiskies, and they were telling us that our Virgin Oak was on the list, but none of our other ones were. So we were just looking at the list as well. So it just made me think of you, and I know you were trying to try and get you on sometime to talk about that too. But yeah, it's just really interesting to see the whiskies on there and see that there's like a list of them out there. It's pretty cool. Are we still alive, guys? Yes, Dave, we're very much alive. Are you all right?
Not alive.
Are we alive?
We're very alive. He's not.
No.
Got the car. No, he's not alive.
Oh, look at him. He's so lonely, Mike.
He's got a bottle of wine. He's happy. So Dave Muir is just...
He's called Manuel. I've just decided. Anyway,
Manuel the mouse.
Yeah. I know nothing.
Mousewell.
Oh, even better. Mousewell. That's his name. Oh my gosh. Nailed it. I love it.
So if you like the colour and the paintwork, the man who's just joined us, Dave Muir, was the painter, decorator who did all the work in the Foghouse for us. So thank you again, Dave, for coming up, drinking on my beer, on my whiskey.
Oh, Rev. No, I didn't actually get to see the list. I didn't actually get to meet these people, unfortunately. It was my team was telling me about it afterwards. But yeah, you've written the list. That's really interesting. Could you maybe pop in? They were Americans. Yes, they were Americans. Can you maybe pop like in the comments, Rev, with how people can access this list to download? That would be really interesting to see if you get the chance.
Amazing. Yeah. I don't think we should get Reb on because he's
definitely
not only about the co-show. I had a great conversation with him, not just in the shop, but over various emails about different things, and not just knowledgeable about kosher, but whiskey in general. I think he's a fascinating guy to speak to. So it'd be great to have you on.
Ping me a message sometime, Reb, or I'll get Mike to forward your email details on if you don't mind, Reb, and we'll get a date in the diary for you popping on the Blether if you would like to, of course. It's not for everyone. But you're always pretty active in the chat, so I'm assuming you wouldn't mind being on screen.
He has to. It's done. He's agreed. He's not getting to comment again, ever again, unless he says yes. Of course, I jest.
Well, if you get a chance to pop that link in the chat for us, and I'd be really interested to see your list that you've created of kosher whiskies. That'd be really cool.
Amazing. Yeah. Oh, there's a yes.
That's cool. Yeah. Awesome. That'd be good. I'm gradually filling the diary for the rest of the year. It's just a lot of back and forth as always. So we're going to have some interesting people coming up soon at some point. That's as vague as I'm going to make it. Just people answer your emails, for God's sake. Answer your emails, people. No, it's not that. Everybody's time is very precious. And we're always so grateful when people come on the chat with us.
I'm just thinking, see if we hold this further back, I can see why people might think Nicholas Sturgeon, but this is a bigger legend than Nicholas Sturgeon will ever be.
Yeah.
So nobody's guessed.
It's definitely McLeod. Did I just ruin it?
The legendary Stephanie McLeod.
Yes.
4 times.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, she's won a lot of awards as her master blending role. I don't know if we've lost Mike. He seems quite frozen or just really intensely staring at me. Yeah, he hasn't moved for a while. I think we've maybe lost Mike. Or maybe my internet's just died. I'm actually just talking to myself. If anybody can hear either of us, let me know. Oh, no, he's back. There we go. He's moving. Hello, Mike.
Hello. Sorry.
You were just staring really intently at me. I was like, oh, he's pretending to be a mouse. Yeah, Mike was pretending to be acting down. Well, better than my first face, anyway.
But you have so many.
It's because I've got a ridiculously, and I keep being told this, I've got a very expressive face, and I use my hands a lot because whenever someone tries to take a photograph of me, I look like that. And it's every photograph somebody takes of me. So, yeah, I can imagine that my face would look very strange whenever my internet freezes, which is like literally every 10 minutes. So, so yeah, totally get it. And it's not the Blether unless somebody's frozen for 5 minutes. So
100%.
I can see why people do podcasts.
Reb is asking if the link is worked.
I didn't see it come up.
I can't see a link, Reb. I don't.
No,
Let me
no.
jump onto. See, this is where Roy has it nailed. He's got like 20 screens in front of him, and they're all showing him different stuff. We're lucky if we can get one between us. Let me see. Is it the guys at home? Do you see a link from Reb?
Oh yeah, so yeah, Rob says he can see it. So maybe it's just us that can't see it, Mike. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not important. Let's go. The guys
No.
at home are the important ones.
I know Dave said he can't see it. I wonder why that is. Maybe if you email it to Mike, he can pop it in the chat and everyone will see it. Would that work?
Yeah, that would work. I think. Yeah, so Reb, I don't think YouTube will accept links
Oh yeah, okay.
as if you're not a moderator, you're not allowed to post links. It will now show. It will not show it now. So YouTube thing. Thank you, Sugar Kitty, and thank you for commenting. It's your first comment tonight, and what a great informative comment it is.
No, we haven't
Welcome
seen
along.
you
Thank.
Wow. Welcome back. Yeah, maybe Mike can pop it in chat, or we can put it in like the chat after. Oh yeah, Scott, it's a virtual pub this week. We're actually in a pub. That's very true. We're like our own V pub.
In a pub. Yeah, we have V pub, and now we've got a real pub.
Yeah.
Send me an email with that. I will.
I don't know if Mike's just sitting really still again or if we've lost. No, there he's back. He's back.
Yeah. I was buzzing a lot. I had so many pings going off in my ears. Yeah. Reb, if you want to send me that link, I will, because he just sent me an email. I will pick it up. I will send that link onto the chat, and if I am a moderator, I should be able to copy and paste. And if this doesn't work, guys, blame Sugar Kitty.
She's multitasking. She's helping us solve our techie problems and lurking, love it, and Acrovite pre-gaming. I mean, that's a lot going on. So, you know. Oh, there you go. There's the link appeared.
So
That's
can everyone see that? I'm not sure if it's going to be a direct link or if you have to copy and paste it.
Maybe you can just take a photograph of it.
But that is a list from Reb of, and I haven't opened it yet. I assume it's going to be quite an extensive list of kosher whiskies. And okay, we are looking at one hell of a list.
Is it big, is it?
It's almost as big as the list of gluten-free whiskies.
Is that not all of them?
Which is all of, yeah. Little celiac pun there.
You celiac for your jokes.
You know, there's about 4 guys at home pissing themselves laughing just now. Who knew? I mean, I really don't know enough about kosher, and I know you've attended a few times to educate me. That's a phenomenal, because there's so many different kind of councils on kosher and regulations, and it's just we're going to have that whole Blether dedicated to it, I think.
Yeah,
So Reb's saying there, that's only official bottles. That's not including indies or single casks or, yeah. Actually, it's a he. My cat is female. The human is male. I think I made that mistake last time as well. She is a he.
You're having a speech. So I just realised what you're reading out. I was like, what the hell? How have we gone from kosher to like my cat's on feet? I was like, what?
Just wanted to
Okay,
open up
my
there.
cat's a
Actually,
female, the
I'm a
human is
he, not a she. Yeah.
So yeah, great. Thanks for the big gender statement there, Mike. But I don't think there's something to our question. Okay, sorry about that, Mr. Sugar Kitty. If that's your preferred pronoun, also.
Yeah, it's taken us 2 hours, but we've got into typical Blether banter now.
I know. You've got a misleading like YouTube handle. Like I just assumed you were. Never assume. Although,
Makes
what is
an
it?
ass out
Assume
of you and me.
It does. It does.
Sugar Kitty, but it does. I'm sorry. It actually sounds like a little kid's toy. Is there not like a little kitten? What's that kitten's called? That are Japanese. They've got a name like Sugar Kitty or something.
Yeah, there's something like that, isn't there? It's Kitty something. Yeah, can't remember.
Yeah.
I think it is. Is it Sugar Kitty? I don't know. It's a good name anyway. And I thought I was being usurped by another cat type female on the chat. So at least I know I'm still original. It's all good.
I'm trying to think of how we could invite him on for a blether, and we could have the kitty cat.
Yeah, we could. I mean, it's going to be quite a limited chat.
Maybe a very interesting bloke. You have no idea.
Oh, no, that's true. That is true. I just don't know what we speak about, like cat names, I suppose. Just think of me having trans species multiple personality disorder. Okay, I am. This is definitely going down the Blether.
That's it's Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty, that's what it is.
Yeah. Oh, you said that quite husky. Hello Kitty.
I feel like Sugar Kitty should be said quite husky because when you said it's like a kids program, I was not thinking that at all.
A sugar daddy, you're thinking of. It's different.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Oh, Dave's off to bed.
Yeah.
Nice.
We've stopped talking whiskey. We've talked to cats. Dave's also a dog person. He's like, no, so this. Way to bed.
Yeah. There's room for them all.
Reb's granddaughter is also celiac. He buys gluten-free soup mix, soya sauce, oats, Shabbos bread made with wheat starch, flour instead of regular flour.
Oh. Yeah, because there's a big difference between celiac and somebody with a mild tolerance, isn't there? Like celiacs get really
It is. It's not fun.
No.
But because you have different tolerances, you have different levels of tolerance, and because it's an intolerance rather than an allergy, you can build up. I had somebody in the shop a few years ago now, and they were that seriously allergic to wheat or barley or gluten that they couldn't have whiskey. They couldn't have distilled spirit.
Really?
And they're the only person I've come across in my 12 years of being diagnosed that is that severe. Yet they can go into McDonald's and ask for a burger without a bun and be perfectly okay.
Wow.
It was them that told me they reintroduced me to burgers from McDonald's because they were because I'd never. Not quite a fun story, but I'll tell you anyway. I first got diagnosed or pre-diagnosed, and to get diagnosed celiac, you have to do an
allergy test.
I was going to say autopsy, but it's not that extreme. Biopsy. It's like, oh, that's why he died.
Late diagnosis there.
But yeah, so biopsy. But in order for the biopsy to be successful, you have to have gluten in your body so they can see the reaction.
Okay.
So basically, your stomach, your intestines are lined with these little fingers that come out, and as food passes through, these are the ones that grab the nutrients and pull them. So it's these fingers that have the reaction to gluten. So when gluten touches them, they extract, they hide, which leaves a nice open funnel. So any food just goes. So to diagnose you, they need to see that retraction. So you need to have gluten in your belly for them to see that. So I got told by the doctors, oh, you've got a test in however long it was, 6 weeks or whatever. And so they said, you need to reintroduce gluten to your diet. So I went out and bought a McDonald's and sat and just hammed in. I thought, great excuse for McDonald's. Hammed in. Within an hour, all hell was breaking loose at both ends. So without going into further detail, the next morning I phoned the doctor and said, there's absolutely no way I can continue this for the 6 weeks. And they were like, what did you have? And I was like, well, I really just had a McDonald's. And they were like, yeah, we were maybe thinking like half a slice of bread a day or something like that. I was like, okay. So realigned my diet measures. I snuck in a couple of pints of Tennent's in there. Because as you build up, you build up an intolerance, or you build up a tolerance. So it worked to an extent. Got diagnosed, and now I can get food off the NHS.
Oh, that's good.
It's terrible.
Oh, okay.
You don't want food off the NHS.
And now Mike has disappeared completely. Well, I don't know if he's actually entered the whole chat. It looks like we're still going live, but hopefully he'll try and dial himself back in. I don't know if he's just pressed a button by accident or not. Here he comes. It's usually my internet and technology that is playing up, but it's definitely Mike's tonight. I can hear him.
I need to turn these off, not that off, because these are running out of battery. So,
well, we haven't. Oh, there you go. You're back. You're back. I was like, just told my poo story, and I'm away. Done. Mic drop out.
Mic dropped, literally. And then
It's me on the puns now. We're probably going to lose half of our... Well, I know, maybe, yeah, just a trigger memory and you're off to the toilet. Yeah, the mouse chewed the internet wire. I'm loving Ian's support for your mouse, mouse well. But we're probably going to lose half these guys to the VPub anyway. What do you call it? Why do I never remember what it's called? It's Aquavitae, right? But the people that watch, what's the VPub bit? Are they the people that watch it?
The barflies.
Like barflies. So what's the VPub part?
So that Aquavitae is the name of the VPub.
I see.
So
right.
There are many VPubs. Aquavitae is ours.
So VPub's like a virtual pub, right? This is what that means, yeah? Okay. So yeah, Aquavitae. So yeah, I'd imagine we're probably going to lose half these.
But yeah, I don't think Roy's back yet. I'm not sure if he's...
Oh, he's doing summer holidays.
Has he got a guesting tonight?
Oh, Scott's saying he's still on holiday.
Well, I was going to say, somebody will know. But somebody will be on, because they had like antiquarian in for them. They had
nice.
they've got quite a lot of guys subbing in. He's far more organized than us. You know, he does this professionally.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing it for a bit longer as well. So we're just gradually building up our people we can tag in. It's actually, we're just getting them to form an orderly queue. That's the problem. They're all just fighting. Who's on next?
I've just had a quick look. It's a recycled review tonight. So he's even has time to do reviews. He just puts out while he's
Just
not
read
here. Yeah.
Just like reruns of EastEnders. That's mad. Imagine if our reruns, if we just rerun old Blethers.
Oh dear.
I'd love to still do a montage. If anybody wants unpaid, arduous internet work, go through our back catalogue and find some of our best bits. Build us a montage. That would be good.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the guys are saying that First Phil is doing it. I've got. Okay. I do apologise. I'm telling you lies. It's First Phil is doing the live meatball tonight.
Well, that's cool. I keep meaning to tune in and watch it, but usually by the time I'm finishing this and we finish chatting after this, I'm usually done for the night, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of whiskey in one night.
Well, I've only had the one tonight, but it was a lot of whiskey last week. I think that's what people don't realise, that even if Kat is not drinking whiskey a lot on air, she's quite often drinking whiskey a lot off air. So yeah.
Reb is asking, are you planning on getting in the new Scappas in the shop? I would love to get them. I need to just source a reasonably priced wholesaler. We have a few, but I would rather not pay the fees that I've been quoted at the moment, because I don't think it's fair on you guys. But yeah, I would love to. It's the planning on getting is the big part.
Yeah. Do you think it'll come down? Do you think it's at a high price because it's like a relaunch of something? Or
I don't know. I think when something as big as that is relaunched, and especially Gordon MacPhail would have been our main wholesaler for special stuff. I think probably Royal Mile whiskies are maybe the only ones who are whiskey specific. We get guys will be great for the pub, wholesaling a bottle here or there that we can sell at pub prices. But for retail, we need to really, I'd rather not have it than be selling it at £15 more expensive than Master of Malt.
yeah, that's the problem with it.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to try it though. I'd love to go up and see the visitor centre. I've heard good things about it. I know we were speaking about this last week about, redoing that sort of legendary whiskey that people go on and on about, and then of course you get to try it and it's not the same as memory. But I can't remember who was telling me, but they were saying a lot of the locals were saying that, they're really impressed with the whiskey, and it's like it's the same. Scap is like the one for the locals, whereas Highland Park's more for the tourists. And yeah, I've heard good things. So interesting.
We've just got in our next flight in the bar is going to be nostalgia flight. So it's the
Nice.
Balvenie 10-year-old. I don't know if you remember the signature 10-year-old, the Macallan 10-year-old, and then the third one is either going to be the Anik 16-year-old or the White Heather 8-year-old. So whiskies that are no longer available, but everyone raves about.
That'd be good fun.
And yeah, that'd be fun to see what people imagine tasting the thing. It's shite.
These are all shite.
It's all bitch. As long as you say that after you pay for it.
This is it. How much of it is actually just memory? You've spoken about this quite a bit. Of sometimes people's best whiskies have not been the whiskey itself, but the moment you were in.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's a bad thing either, to be honest.
I think there's something in it. When I first started my whiskey journey, once I started being specific on whiskies, I went to Balvenie 10. I'm really excited to try it again. was a go-to. It was one that I thought, and I guess that's kind of evolved into Balvenie 12 because that's so many people's go-to whiskey. Balvenie 12 it's so popular. But the Founders Reserve, wonder where you got that name from. Actually. Yeah.
Where we got it from. Excuse me.
10-year-old Founders Reserve, brilliant dram. And then so they stopped that, so I moved on to the Macallan 10-year-old, and they stopped that. So I moved on to the Glendronach 15-year-old, and they stopped that. And I'm just like, I'm a fucking
here.
Maybe it's me. So I decided to open a whiskey shop so I could say, well, they can't stop them all. Hello. Are you looking for the toilet? Oh, down to the right. That way, yeah.
Got lost.
Yeah. So, yeah. In theory, Reb says the new Scapa series looks great. Non-chill filter, natural colour, 48% ABV, but reviews have not been positive. I was at this reminds me, I was at Strathyla at the weekend, and they've now all their core range, all their Strathyla is a huge dram for us at the shop. The 12-year-old, they now do an 11, a 15, an 18, and a 21, but everything is distillery exclusive, and like Reb says, it's all non-chill filtered, all natural colour, all 48%, which from an enthusiast point of view, I think is great. I bought a 15-year-old. I took it in. We've got behind the bar, and I don't find it a patch on what I remember the 12-year-old to be at 40%. All I remember it tasting like was kind of fruit, pear drops, and being really nice and sweet and fruity and juicy. And I guess I just need to realign and think, well, it's not that. It's a completely different animal at 8% more and whatnot. So it's a reset for the consumer. But when I bought it, I thought we get asked so much for Strathyla. This is going to be a great addition to the bar, and I tasted it. I was like, I don't think it's going to be what Strathyla fans are looking for. So I wonder if that's where the Scapa dilemma is as well. People have that nostalgia. They have this pedestal where they put that dram on, and if something's even if it's it's a great whiskey, but people don't see it as a great whiskey in its own right. They see it as a not as good as what it used to be. Then it's automatically a downgrade.
I know, it just takes one or two bad reviews online for that to kind of be at the back of people's heads, when they finally try it themselves. And no matter how fair you try to be, it's hard to, hard to see past that.
I think that was Glendronach's biggest mistake as well with the Revival 15. They put Rachel Barry into an impossible position because the bottle looked exactly the same. It was the same name as a 15-year-old, and it was wasn't a relaunch. The press release and all that was saying, it's a different recipe because it's Oloroso and PX instead of just Oloroso. But to look at, to pick up and see it, it was a revamp of the same whiskey. What they should have done is what they've done now is drop all the names. And it's now a 12, a 15, and 18. It's not a original Allardyce and Revival, whatever. Because automatically you pick up comparisons, and even if they made it a 14 or a 16 or something, it said this is a new whiskey. It's different. Yeah. It's Rachel's whiskey rather than.
Yeah, because people are not daft, especially if it's their favorite whiskey. It's something they've been buying for years and years, so they're going to know the difference.
Yeah. Or not make a core range, do what like Billy does with a 10-year-old at Glenalec. It's deliberately different every time. Yeah,
that collectability and chasing it and trying to compare between them, and I like that idea as well. But be honest with people. I think there's too much. I mean, as an industry, we are pretty open. We say this every week, but marketing can be quite clever as well. So like, yeah, it's good to just kind of be open and honest because people appreciate it. If they know what they're getting. There's sometimes a little bit too much pretty pictures and romantic descriptions, and you're just like, wait, what cask was this in? Like, just want to know what cask it was in.
Yeah.
But yeah. They're still all good though. Judge them all on their own merit.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be in a bottle on a shelf if it wasn't good in somebody's opinion.
Exactly. So
Might be my
exactly.
opinion.
And one bad review. Well, and then like everybody's tastes are so particular. So one bad review doesn't mean it's bad whiskey. It just means that person didn't like it as much as another whiskey before them. It doesn't mean it's not good. It definitely wouldn't have got bottled if it wasn't any good.
100.
And then Mike's got 431 of them to try. 430, 420. How many you got?
431.
Oh, I remember. Look at me. 431 to get through. That's amazing. That's a long night.
I would come up for the weekend if you're going to come in. We also have another pub which has beds, a bed and breakfast, not just beds in the pub.
Glad you clarified that. It's not like hammocks above the bar.
I think that would be called a brothel.
The red paints on the wall now.
That's what the red paints are.
I saw your beautiful old teacher's bottle as well, and I really wanted to get a dram of it. But by the time we went in, I caught up with some friends and stuff, which was pretty much like last orders. So never got around to it.
You seem to be drinking a teacher's blend.
Excuse me. I'd like everybody, you should all be drinking this. It's banging whiskey and beautiful. So I'm gonna have to come back in. Can have a go at it.
The chap who left his cheese was a big teacher's fan back in the day. That was how we started the conversation. He's quite regular.
I love that.
Yeah.
We can discuss soft cheese and teachers. That sounds like a really good night out, actually. I'd actually really genuinely enjoy that.
As long as it's a whiskey teacher, it's not like teachers. So
my chemistry teacher was so weird. No, teacher's whiskey. We'll get my swell down. We'll make a night of it. I love it.
Do you say get your swell down?
Mousewell, Manuel, my swell. Because he'd love that. Because obviously mice love cheese. This is the start of a beautiful night, Mike. Let's make it happen.
And they've got whiskos.
Oh yeah. I see what you tried to do.
Pushing the boat out too far there.
A little bit. I love it. That's my next Foghouse.
We've got a wine tasting in here tomorrow night. I wonder if anyone's going to notice.
Oh, I hope so.
I'm just going to leave him there.
Maybe it's like Where's Wally, and every now and again he just pops up in a different place. So like,
I would love to do that.
That's like nice again.
We're different every weekend.
You should. I might just come in and fuck with all your heads and just sneak in and just move it around places. Pop it on Annette's desk.
If you did that, he wouldn't be here in the morning.
No, I don't think you'd be safe if I did that. I will just keep sneaking around the place. Maybe I'll get my friends. Every anniversary, every year, I'll just help you celebrate another year with another dead mouse. Your team would love that.
Oh dear. Guys, I think we have now got to the end of the pattern.
We have. It's reached that stage where I'm now sleepy and talking about dead mice. So yeah, it's probably the end.
I was going to find a stage where I could nip through and get the Glengarry new bottling and have a dram of that, but I don't think we've got enough talk on this left.
No problem.
Next week. Do we have a guest next week? Yeah.
I can't actually remember. My diary's out in the car, and this was all last minute. So
we have a wonderful and memorable guest next week. I'm sure they'll be out.
I'm going to catch up with the diary folk. I'm going to catch up with life. I'm going to get back on it, and then it's all going to go. It's all going to be great. And you know what? Like, even if we don't have a guest next week, look how much fun this has been. Awesome.
I know. We've talked nonsense for a while. Not since last week, anyway.
No. That's true. We've got no to rein us in when it's just us, though.
Guys, been an absolute pleasure. Great fun as always. Loved having you on. Thank you for sticking with us when we were late starting. And as always, your comments make the chat. It's been an absolute hoot. We will see you next week, where we will have a guest. I might do it from here again. We'll see how Tony is with me coming down.
We shall see.
Meow.
Cool. And meow to you, Sugar Kitty.
I had a thought, but I'm not going to say it. Maybe next week.
Okay, then
Maybe
leave
next
us.
week to hear that thought.
We'll look forward to that.
Good night, guys.
Hey, everyone.
Absolutely fantastic. Hopefully, we'll see you again very, very soon.